So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial, and in this video I am going to show you how you can use JavaScript in HTML5 canvas to navigate on your timeline. So what we are going to do is at the beginning we are going to have a button add wood, and if I'm going to click on this is going to play me an animation. Then I'm going to have a different button which is going to start a file. So if I'm going to click on this is going to start a file, and by default this file is going to loop forever. That's something that we did with the JavaScript. Then I have an option to stop file. So if I'm going to click on this, the file is going to disappear. And right now I'm going to have two options: to start again or one more time to start file. So I could start file one more time and it is going to go back in here like so, and then I can stop file and I can go start again, and yeah. So this tutorial is going to be pretty long, but I am going to show you like many things in the timeline navigation with the JavaScript, and I think that this can be very useful to you. So yeah, this is what we are going to be doing, and right now we can start. Alright, so right now I am in the Adobe Animate, and in this tutorial I am just going to provide you the Illustrator file that I am going to create. And in the Illustrator file basically I am going to have two layers. One of them is going to be the file and one of them is going to be this wood. I have this from the site Freepik, and I can put the link in the description, but in this tutorial I am not going to show you how you can get this from Freepik to the Illustrator and get it, so I will just provide you this Illustrator file that I have. So now I will go back to the Adobe Animate and I will go with 800 by 800, but you can choose any size that you want. I want this to be HTML5 canvas, frame rate is fine as it is, and I'm just going to click create. Now what I'm going to do is I will go to the place where I have my Illustrator file, and I am just going to drag it to the Adobe Animate like so. This is going to give me some options, but I do not want to change anything. I want this to be as it is, so I am just going to click import. Okay, now what I want to do is I will have to convert this file and this wood to the symbols, but before of that I am going to name the layers. So I am going to click on this layer number 2, I am going to double click and I am going to call this to be wood, and I am going to click on the file, double click on the file, and I am going to call this to be file. Now I can go ahead and position this, so I am going to select them, and with my shift and arrow I am going to position this down. I am not going to play with the align. You can align this if you want, but for me it's fine as it is. Now I am going to convert them to the symbol, so I will click on the file, I will go to the modify, I will go convert to symbol or F8, and I want this to be movie clip, and we can call this to be, for example, fire, and I am going to click OK. This is just going to give me in the library a movie clip which is going to have the name fire. Now I am going to do the same thing with the wood, so I am going to go with shortcut F8, and I can call this for example to be wood, and I am going to click OK. Now I will go back to my properties, and if I'm going to click on this file, you can see that it is a movie clip and there is an option for the instance name. This name has nothing to do with the name in the library. We didn't have to name the symbols, but I named them. But the important name is this one, this instance name, because this is how we are going to target this with the JavaScript. So I am going to put the same name, fire, but as I said, this name has nothing to do with the other name. So yeah, so this is going to be fire, and this one is going to be wood. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to create the animation for this wood, so it is going to appear from the left. So I will go maybe to frame 35, and I'm going to create new keyframe F6, or you can right click and insert keyframe, and I will go to the first keyframe, and with my shift and arrows I am going to position this like so. If you cannot see things which are outside of the stage, you can click this clip content outside of the stage and you will be able to see this. Now I will go anywhere in between, I will right click and I'm going to choose create classic tween. So now I am going to have this kind of animation like so. I would put some kind of easing, but I am not going to. I do not want to confuse you right now with the easing, because we are going to have enough JavaScript. So for now, I am not going to put an easing. Maybe later on. So now, if I would go with Control or Command Enter to see this in the browser, this is what we are going to have. So what I want to do is I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to call this layer to be code, and I will go to the first frame. I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose actions, or you can go with F9, and it is going to open you text editor like so. Maybe you are going to have this like this, but basically you are going to have an text editor, and in here I am going to first of all type this dot stop parenthesis and semicolon. This refers to the timeline right now. We can have timelines in the timeline, so this can have different meanings, but right now it is like the main timeline. This dot stop and parentheses and semicolons are optional in the JavaScript. We do not need to have them, but we can have them. So if I am going to have this code, this dot stop, and I am going to have this at the beginning, that is going to be this little a. If I'm going to go with Control or Command Enter, it is going to stop there. So the wood, we cannot see it because it right now it is outside of the stage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some kind of button, and when I'm going to click on the button, this animation is going to play. So I am going to create a new layer, and I'm going to call this to be btn wood, for example, and I will go to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to get rid of the stroke. Sometimes it can happen that when you click on the rectangle, nothing is going to appear. In that case, just draw, go back, and then it should appear. But yeah, I want to get rid of the stroke. I would like to get fill, and I can choose maybe this kind of brown color. You can choose whatever color. And one thing that I'm going to do, you do not need to, but I am going to choose the rectangle options to be 20. This is just going to make the rounded corners, so it's going to look a little bit better, at least for my opinion, in my opinion. But yeah, I am going to draw a shape like this, and now I am going to get the text tool. I am going to choose white color, and I am going to very simply type add the wood like so. I have right now this kind of weird font, show card, gothic, I don't know. I am not going to play right now with the fonts. I have this from some kind of other tutorial or other project. This font is maybe a little bit weird, maybe it's fine, but yeah. Okay. And I have a static text. There is option dynamic text. We do not want that. We want this to be static text. I am not going to play with the align of this. I could, but I'm not. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select it. I will go with F9, and right now I can leave this as a movie clip, or I can go with the button. Both are going to do the same job. There is a little difference, but I can choose a button, and I can call this to be btn wood, and I'm going to click OK. But as I said, the name on the layer has nothing to do with the JavaScript. Name in the library has nothing to do with the JavaScript. So what we need to do is we need to put an instance name, and I'm going to put the same name, but I can put whatever name. So I'm going to type this btn capital W btn wood. Okay. Now I will go back to my code, so I can just click F9, or you can right click and choose actions. And now I am going to type that this btn wood. It's good to copy it, by the way, because you can misspell anything very easily. So I'm going to type like this btn wood on, or you could go with add the even listener, but we are going to go on, and we are going to put this on click. So in the quotation marks, we are going to go with click, and now the function that we are going to call. So I'm going to type add the wood, for example, okay, and semicolon. Later on, I am going to add a little code in here, but yeah. Now I'm going to create the function, so I'm going to type function, and I'm going to copy this name, add wood, and then parentheses, curly parentheses, and yeah. Now what I want to do is I want to type in here that this is like this timeline dot play. Okay, and parentheses. But right now this is not going to be working because I cannot write this. I cannot refer like the timeline this inside of the function. So I will have to write a little bit of code in here. So I'm going to, after the function add wood, I'm going to type dot bind, and we are going to bind this. And basically this bind this is just going to allow me to write the keyword this inside of the function. So very simply we have this button on click, and we are going to call the function which is going to have this bind this, and then we are going to have the function, and in the function we are going to just have this dot play. Okay, let's see what is going to happen if we are going to go with the Control Enter or Command Enter. So I am going to click add wood, and this is what we are going to have. Okay, but the thing is that if I'm going to, I have the file only on the first keyframe, and then it is going to disappear. Later on we are going to change this, but this animation is going to play, and then it is going to go back, not back like this, but it's going to go to the end, and then it's going to appear at the beginning. I can show you one more time, just so we are on the same page. So this is going to play, and then it is going to go back to the beginning. So what I want to do is on my code layer, I will go to the frame to the end, and I will have to create a new keyframe in here. So I'm going to click F6. There is going to be visually very little difference. There is going to be this little dot, but right now when I have that keyframe, I can go ahead and right click and choose actions, and one more time I'm going to type this dot stop and parentheses, and as I said, semicolons are optional. So right now I am going to now I am going to have like two codes. One of them is going to be our main code, and then I'm going to have the second one, and in this second one we are just going to have this dot stop. So right now if I go with Control or Command Enter and I am going to play this, this is going to stop on that place like that. Okay, fine. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to create an animation of this file. So I am going to click on the keyframe with the file, and I will go in here. So I want to go one frame after the code this dot stop. So I will go in here, and I am going to extend the layer for this wood because it's going to disappear. So I will go maybe to frame 80 for now, and I'm going to click F5, or you can right click and insert frame. Okay, I am going to go with F5 because I do not want to animate this. If I would like to change the position, I would go with F6, but we are just extending the timeline, so yeah. And now this file, I am going to create very simple basic animation. So I will create a keyframe maybe in here, F6. And I will have to go back because there is one thing that I forget. If I click on this file, it is going to have the anchor point in the middle. So I will go to the free transform tool, and I am going to put the anchor point to the bottom like so, somewhere here. Okay, and right now I can go and create new keyframe. So I'm going to go with F6, and I am just going to do something like this and something like this. Then I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like this, and I am going to create one more time new keyframe F6, and I'm going to do something like this and something like this. And the last keyframe, I'm going to copy the initial one. So I will go to the initial one, and I'm going to hold Alt or Option, and I'm just going to drag it like so. And yeah, and now I'm going to select all of this like so, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose create classic twin. So right now basically I'm going to have this kind of very simple animation. Okay, I'm not going to play with the animation more, so this is fine as it is. Now what we need to do is we need to create a new button, and with the new button we are going to make our file. One thing that I would like to do right now, by the way, is that if I'm going to click on this add wood, I would like this button to disappear. So what I can do is I can go to the button add wood, and I am going to create a new keyframe. So I will go one frame more, and I'm going to click F6 to create a new keyframe, and I'm going to click on this, and I will go to the color effects, and I'm going to choose alpha to be 0. So right now on the first keyframe it is going to be visible, and on the second keyframe it is not going to be visible. We could create this like so with the animation, create classic twin. So right now I can make it like so, but I am not going to do this with the rest of them. But yeah, so right now what is going to happen is if I go with Ctrl or Command Enter and I will click on this, the button is going to disappear. Fine. I'm going to create new button, so I'm going to create new layer, and I'm going to call this to be BTN file, and I'm going to create a new button. So right now I will go maybe with some kind of orange color, and I'm going to for now draw it in here. Later on I'm going to reposition this, and I'm going to go to the text, and I'm just going to type start file, for example, like so, and I will just eyeball this to the center like so, and yeah, and I'm going to select this. I will go with F8. I can call this to be BTN file, for example, and I want this to be button, and I'm going to click OK, and in the instance name I am going to call this BTN file like so. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want this button to appear later on. So I am going to put the button to be in here, where we are going to stop our timeline, and I'm going to position this up like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer, and this new layer I'm going to double click, and I'm going to call this to be label. And I will go one frame after my stop code. So I will go in here on the label, and I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and there is this option to put a label, and I'm going to put a label to be fire. Okay. Later on you will see what we are going to do with this. So now I will go back to my code, and later on I will try to maybe explain this a little bit better. So I will just click on my button to copy this button file. I do not need to copy this, hopefully I am not going to misspell that. So I will go back to my code right now with F9. And I am just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to change this from BTN wood to be BTN file. So this BTN file on click, and we are going to add file, and we are going to go with bind this one more time. And right now I'm going to create the function add file like so, and parentheses, and then curly parentheses. And right now I cannot use this dot play because I want to play this from the position where is the label. So I am going to type this, and I am going to type Goto and play like so, and the A and the P it has to be capital. So this Goto and play parentheses, and we are going to put in the quotation marks fire. This is the name that we have put it as a label in here. So now what is going to happen is that if I'm going to click on this add wood, we are going to have the animation, and we are going to have it like so. It is going to stop in here, and in here we are going to have this button, and when I'm going to click on this button, we are going to play the animation from this place, and it will go like this, and then because we are not stopping it later on, it will go back to the beginning. Hopefully makes sense. I will show you. I will go with Ctrl or Command Enter, and I'm going to click add wood, and we are going to have it like so. Right now I will go with start fire, and we are going to have the fire, and then we are going to go back to the beginning. One thing that I want to mention, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. I am in the Firefox, you may be in the Google Chrome, but you can right click, you can go with inspect, or you can go with F12, and that is the console. And if you are going to have some kind of error, which is like possible, you are going to have some red text in here, and it is going to indicate you what's wrong, because you can misspell anything or whatever. So yeah. Now what I would like to do is I do not want after clicking start file to play all of this and then go to the beginning. So one more time we will have to stop this, and I would like to stop this on this where my file is stopping. So on the code layer I am going to create new keyframe F6, and I'm going to right click, I will choose actions, and I am going to very simply type this dot stop and parentheses and semicolon like so. So right now what's going to happen, I will go with Control Enter, and I'm going to add wood. We are going to have the animation of the wood, and I'm going to click start file. We are going to have the file, but the file is going to stop. Right now if I would one more time click on the add start file, it is going to play one more time like so. But yeah, what could we do to play this file forever? There is one option that we can do, but very quickly what I'm going to do, you do not need to do, but I just hate this animation of the wood, so I'm going to click on the first keyframe. I will go to the classic ease, and I will go with easy out, so the animation is going to look little bit better. But yeah, this is not that important. So now what I'm going to do is I will go to my first code, and I'm going to click F9, and I am going to borrow this code, this Gotoandplay file. I'm going to copy this, and I will go to this code, to the where we are stopping, and I will go with F9. So we have this dot stop, and I am going to type also in here this Gotoandplay file. By the way, the space it really doesn't matter in here, so you can have the space if you want. And if I'm going to type in here this Gotoandplay file, this means that we are going to click on the button file, and it is going to play the animation, and it is going to go to the code which says this dot stop, so it's going to stop, and then it says this Gotoandplay file, so it means that it is automatically going to go back to here, and it's going to play, and it is going to go to this code, it's going to stop, and one more time it's going to call this Gotoandplay file. So basically right now the file is going to play forever. So I'm going to put this like so, and the file is going to be there forever. One thing that I want to do right now is when I click on the start file, I want the button to disappear. So I will go one frame more in here, and I'm going to click F6, and I'm going to click on this start file, and I'm going to go to the alpha, and I'm going to put it to the 0. Okay, so now let me just show you add wood. Okay, start file, and yeah, and right now the file is going to play forever, and we do not have any more buttons. So right now I would like to put in here a button which is going to stop this animation. So I will go back in here, and I'm going to create new layer, and I'm going to call this to be btn stop, or btn stop file like so. Right now I will have to go to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to choose maybe blue color, and I'm going to create a button, and this is going to be, I will go to the text, and I'm going to choose white color, and this is going to be stop file like so. And yeah, and now I am going to select this, and I will change the color because I don't like this, so I'm going to put maybe something like this. Okay, so I am going to select this, and I am going to go with F8, and yeah, I can call this to be btn stop file, and I am going to copy this. Because I'm going to put the same thing on the instance name, so I'm going to go with OK, and I'm going to put it in here, so btn stop file. Now I am going to make this button to appear when we are going to start the file. So we are going to have the animation of the wood.
then we are going to have the button start file. If I click on the start file, we are going to play from this label file, and the button file is going to disappear, and stop file is going to appear. So yeah, Control Enter, Command Enter, add wood, okay, fine, start file, okay, and right now we have the stop file. We need to put some kind of code to the stop file. So what I'm going to do is I will have to create one more label. So I will go one more frame after this stop. So I will go in here and I'm going to click F6 and I'm going to create a label, and this is going to be stop file like so. So now I will just click on this to copy the text stop file, and I will go to the beginning to my code, and for now I am just going to paste it in here. Later on I'm going to reuse this, and I'm going to copy this even listener. So I'm going to type that this, and right now I'm going to put this btn stop file, and I'm going to delete this. So this btn stop file on click, and this is going to call the function which is going to be stop file. So I am going to copy this and I'm going to create the function. So this is going to be function stop file, parenthesis, curvy parenthesis, and in here we are going to go with this Gotoandplay, and instead of the file we are going to go with stop file like so. So this basically is going to, we are going to have the stop file, and if I click on the stop file, I will go in here to this place where the file is no longer there. If for whatever reason you are going to have your file like so, I will just click F5. What you can do is you can just select the frames, right click and remove frames. But yeah. So right now, if I click on the stop file, it is going to play this, and at the end we do not have any stop, so it will go automatically to the beginning. Let me show you. So I will go with Control Enter. I am going to add wood. We are going to get the wood. We are going to start the file. We are going to have the file. File is going to be looping forever, and when I'm going to click on the stop file, it is going to stop the file, but it is going to go back to the beginning like so. So now what I want to do is after I click stop file, I would like to go to the end, and I would like to stop the animation in there. So I'm going to create a new keyframe on the code layer, so F6, and one more time just right click action, and I'm going to type this dot stop, and yeah, parenthesis, semicolon. Now what I can do, if I want, I can, when I click on the stop file, it is going to go in here, and in here, if I want, I can recreate my start file. So what I can do is I can go to the start file, and I am going to copy this keyframe. So I am just going to hold Alt or Option, and I am going to drag it in here like so. So one frame after the stop, where we are going to have the stop file. And also what I want to do is when I click on the stop file, I want the stop file to disappear. So on the frame where I have my code, I'm going to, on the stop file, I am going to create a new keyframe, and I will go one keyframe more, and I am going to get rid of this stop file. Okay, maybe this is starting to be a little bit confusing. Maybe you can stop this for a moment and think about it, but yeah, I will just I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter to make sure that this is going to be working, and then one more time I will try to re-explain this. So add wood, we are going to have wood. Start file, we are going to have the file. Stop file, we are going to get back to the file. Start file, stop file. So yeah, we can right now play with this. So right now, one more time recapitulation. We are going to click on the add wood. We are going to play it until in here. We are going to have a button button start file right now. If I click on this, this is going to play from the file. The button file is this button is going to disappear, and the blue one is going to appear, and it is going to be looping like so, because on this code we are going to put it back to the file. And when I click on the stop file, we are going to go to play this stop file, and on that place the stop file button is going to disappear, and add file is going to appear like so in here. And if I click on this start file, it will one more time go to this place, and it is going to stop in here and play one more time from here. And yeah, so hopefully this makes sense. If not, I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay, and now the one of the last thing that we need to do is we can create a button which is going to be like start again. So I am going to create new layer, and I'm going to call this to be btn again, like so. And I am going to create that button. So I will choose maybe right now some kind of green color. Okay, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to create text, and this is going to be white text, and this is going to be start again, like so. And yeah, one thing that you can do right now is, if you are still in here, you can write me that in the comment, because that would mean a lot to me to know that somebody was here until this point. But yeah, I am going to have this button start again, and I will just change the color a little bit to be more green, to be more visible. But yeah, and I'm going to select this. I will go with F8. I can call this to be start again, and okay. And I will go to the instance name, and instance name I'm going to call btn again. So as I said at the beginning, and this already makes sense, these names in the library, names of the movie clips, has nothing to do with the JavaScript names. This name can be different than the movie clip name, so I'm going to call this to be btn again. So this start again is I'm going to position this maybe in here, and this is going to appear when we are going to stop the file. So it is going to appear in here. So yeah, I will show you. I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter, add wood. We are going to add wood, start file. Okay, we are going to have the file. And right now, if I click stop file, we are going to have an option to start file, because right now after a stop file, we go in here, and then we are going to have start file or start again. So let me just show you one more time. I know this is going to be right now very long, but start file, stop file. Right now I have this button start again, but if I click on the start file, that button is going to disappear, and it's going to appear when I click stop file. Okay, fine. Now we are going to create an even listener to this btn again. So I will go in here, and I am going to copy this add even listener. No, it's not add even listener, but just even listener. And we are going to go with btn again, and we are going to call the function which is going to be start again. Okay, and I'm going to create the function. So function start again. I will just copy this like so. Okay, like this, and we are going to copy this code, this Gotoandplay, and we are going to call this to be start again. Okay, this label we didn't create for now, so far, so we will have to create this, and there is going to be little tricky issue at the beginning, but yeah, you will be able to understand this, hopefully. So right now what I'm going to do is I will go to the beginning, and for now I will go one frame more. So I'm not going to be on this frame where is my my code, but I will go one more, and I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and I'm going to put a label, the one that we put it to the code. So start again. Okay, so I will just make sure that I have this the same, start again. Okay, fine. So now if I click on the Start Again button and I'm going to have the label in here, it is going to, I'm not going to have the option to click on the Add Wood, but it is automatically going to play the animation. So I will go with Control Command Enter. I'm going to click Add Wood. We are going to have the wood. I will start fire, okay. I can stop fire, okay. I could start fire again, okay. I can stop fire. And if I'm going to click start again, it is just going to play the animation, because we are going to, from this start again, we are going to call this label start again, and it is not going to stop in here because, yeah, we are going to go one more. Right now, if I would like to have the option at the beginning to one more time add wood, I can put this to the, I will click on this and I will drag it to the place where is my this dot stop. This is fine, but there is going to be a little issue. So right now I am going to have this label on the same place where I have my code. I will go with Control Enter. And I am going to one more time add wood. I'm going to start fire. I'm going to stop fire, and I will go start again. Okay. Right now this is going to give me this option one more time add wood. But if I do this process one more time, start fire, stop fire, start again, the second time it's not going to put me this option. And right now it's not going to put me this option anymore. Okay, this is a little bit weirdness, but what we can do right now is we can put this little code that we have at the beginning, we are going to put it to the second frame. So it is going to be like so, and right now it is going to every time put as an option to add wood, because it is going to stop in here. Okay, so I will also have to, right now, this BT and wood, I'm going to put the keyframe in here like so, and this add wood is it's fine. Okay, but I can also put it like so. So we are going to put this stop and this whole code not to the first frame, but we are going to put it to the second frame, and we are going to have this label start again before of that, one frame before of that. So hopefully this didn't was confusing. Maybe try to think about it. It would make sense that it would be on the same place at the start again, but I showed you that one time is going to be fine, second time, and then it's not going to be fine. So I'm going to put it like so, and I will go with Control Enter, and yeah, we are going to have add wood. I will click on this, start file, okay, stop file, okay, we can go one more time, start file, stop file, start again. It is going to give us option add wood, and right now every time it's going to give us an option start wood. One thing that we could do, if we want, because the animation is going to play like from this frame 1 to this frame 2, we could put this button add wood with the alt to the beginning like so, but that's not necessary, but yeah. But yeah, basically this is it. This is all. And the last thing that I'm going to show you is how you can export this. Because there can be a little bit issue with the exporting. So I am going to first of all save this. So I'm going to go with Control S, and I will go to the place where I want to have this. So I will go to the, I'm losing my voice. I will go to the timeline navigation. I will go to the tutorial, and I'm going to create new folder, and I'm going to call this folder to be Animate, and I will go inside, and I'm going to call this to be File, and I'm going to click save. And right now, if I go to that place where I have my animate file, I'm just going to have some I'm going to have my animate file and some recover animate file. But as soon as I go with Control or Command Enter to see this in the browser, this is going to automatically publish me some JavaScript, some HTML, and some images. Like so. And right now, if I'm going to open this in here like so, this is going to give me an error because there is going to be, this is most likely due to security restrictions on the reading canvas. This error doesn't mean this banner is not working. This is just that in your browser, this is for some security restrictions not working, and you would have to put this on the real website or on the local server, local host to be working. But what I could do, I am going to delete this JavaScript, delete this HTML, and delete these images. And it is because of those images. And what I'm going to do is I will go to the file, I will go to the publish settings. And first of all, I'm going to choose my publish destination. So I am going to go in here in the animate folder, and I'm going to create new folder, and I'm going to call this to be index, and I will go inside and I can call this index or file.js, that fine, and I'm going to click save, okay, and I can go one more time, file and publish, and right now we have the same thing, but right now we have this in the folder, but I am going to delete this, and I will go to the file and I will go to the publish option, publish settings, and I am going to change this from texture because we have this wood and fire, we have this as a vector. And in the publish settings, when we have the texture is going to convert complex shapes to bitmap for better performance. So this is going to convert this from the vector to the bitmap, and this is fine because this is the error is going to be only in your browser, on the real website, or on the, as I said, on the local server is going to be working. But if you are going to change this from texture to the sprite sheet, this is going to put this as a vector. So I will go file and I will go to the I will go publish, and right now if I go to my index, I am not going to have images because there are no images. And right now if I double click on this HTML and I'm going to open my console, this is going to be working just fine. So yeah, last thing that I can do is I can click anywhere, I can change the color of my background to be something which is not white, and I'm going to click file and publish one more time. And yeah, so right now basically I am going to be at least able to see where is my canvas. But yeah, this is it. This is all. This tutorial was very long, even for me. I was losing my voice. But yeah, I hope that you have learned something. I would like to continue create this kind of tutorials. And as I said, if anyone is here until this point, thank you very much and congratulations. And you can write me that in the comment. But yeah, I hope that you are going to have a good day, and I hope that you are going to be able to use this in your projects. And yeah, this is it. This is all. Thank you. Goodbye.